The Māori Women's Welfare League, which recently celebrated 70 years, has a new president elected over the weekend at the League's national Hui-ā-Tau in Ōtautahi, Christchurch. Outgoing President Prue Kapua is stepping down from the role after 8 years leading the League. Prue Kapua no Ngāti Whakaue me Ngāti Kahungunu is with us now. Kia ora, Prue. Thank you for joining us.
Kia ora, Neil.
Now let's firstly talk to the newly elected president of the Māori Women's Welfare League, Dr. Hope Tupara, and Vice President Hui-ā-Tau voted in at the recent 68th National Conference. What are you expecting they'll be bringing to the League?
I think they'll be bringing huge skills and huge experience. Hope is a researcher. She's done a lot of work in the health area and Indigenous development and into tikanga and mātauranga Māori. Dr. Hui-ā-Tau is well known to everybody as the person alongside the Governor-General often. So she is an absolute matatau ki te reo me ona tikanga and a senior advisor at Te Puni Kōkiri. So I think they will bring enormous skills and enormous vision really for Te Rōpū Wahine Māori tōku i te ora going forward.
Now you've been at the helm of the only national Māori women's organisation in the country for almost a decade. What made you decide that now was the right time to step down as president?
Well, Neil, I should have actually stepped down a couple of years ago, but for COVID. And so we have a 3-year term limit.
Okay.
So, you know, I should have been gone after 6 years, but COVID prohibited us from having our Hui-ā-Tau. And so I step into this rather odd position of having been there for this lengthy time. So it wasn't a hard decision. I mean, it's important that you have the refreshing of the leadership of the league and that you have new faces sitting around the table going forward. So no real decision for me to make at all.
Okay, so, I mean, this is a decent amount of time, big commitment. What are some of the highlights for you over the past 8 years as president?
I think we have a greater visibility. I hope we do. We have been more involved with some of the government agencies. We have a MOU with the police trying to work on ways that we can work more effectively. We have a strategic partnership with Oranga Tamariki with the hope that that will allow us to have a greater role in terms of looking after our tamariki and mokopuna. We now have ECOSOC status internationally, so we now have the ability to go to any UN forum in our own right, not sort of tagged on to some other group, and to be able to put forward the issues for wahine Māori. And for me, those are issues that are going to carry us forward and perhaps have better outcomes for wahine Māori and our whānau.
Prue, share with us, if you will, some of the challenges you've had to face as president of the organisation.
Well, I guess the most public challenge was the court case that we had in 2018, which is always unfortunate that for a Māori organisation to have a public challenge by one or two, even though it was an unsuccessful challenge, it raises aspects of the organisation that diminishes the other work that is being done. So that was a challenge. It was a difficult time to get through. I think that we have got through it pretty well, and we've got much better processes and much better ability for people to be able to, for our members to be able to feed into how we deal with those issues. But I think probably we still have the ongoing problem or challenge of ensuring that our voice as wahine Māori is heard. There are lots of others who speak. And as you say, we've been around for 70 years, and it's still a bit of a challenge for people to say, perhaps to bypass us. and that's something that we just have to be very vigilant about.
Yeah. Prue Kapua, outgoing president of the Māori Women's Welfare League, thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you for all you have done in this league space. Ngā mihi.
Kia ora, Neil. Ngā mihi.